Hello everyone, it's your boy Angelo. Welcome back to another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. I know it's been a while. It's been like a week since I last played, or I think even uploaded a Horizon episode to this channel. Life's just been getting on the way. Don't worry, I did not abandon you all, at least not voluntarily. If something does happen to me where I have to be gone for like a prolonged period of time, I would at least let you all know through an update video or post or something. But no, I am still here, still excited to continue Aloy's journey. Looking forward to the DLC and the sequel, and any possible future installments if Sony decides to go down that route, which I wouldn't be surprised. I've heard that like Horizon is a popular title in PlayStation's lineup, so I wouldn't be surprised if they continue her story. The only problem is that PlayStation is removing their exclusives from PC, and they're going to be just actual PlayStation exclusives. So I would need to buy a console in the future if they come out with more Horizon games. That's going to suck. I think they're doing that because Xbox is going to allow Steam, like the Steam library, to be played on their consoles, which would mean that they would have access to PlayStation games. And Sony doesn't want that. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I could always get a second job or something, a side hustle, see if I can buy a PlayStation console, especially at the rate that they're going nowadays for. Like, the prices are so damn high because of the damn RAM price hikes because of AI. AI is a detriment to society, not a positive, in my opinion. At least not the way it's currently being utilized. It could definitely be used for good, but it's not. It's being used for profit, like everything. Anyways, I didn't want to go off on a huge tangent. The whole point is, future me is going to be worrying about that. Present me is focused on the now, and that is continuing Aloy's story. So before I go off into the old world to find the answers we're looking for, or I guess the override thing, right? Let's visit Rost's grave. Let's just get on with it. I had a brain fart. I tend to have a lot of those, though. Right, we can't let silence listen on this private conversation.
Hi, Rost. A lot has happened. So, I went inside the mountain. Do you remember the night before the proving? The final lesson you taught me? You said I needed to serve a purpose bigger than myself. Well, it couldn't get much bigger. It's the same purpose that drove Elisabet and Gaia when they were willing to die for. So yeah, I'll do it. Give myself to that. For Elisabet and Gaia and for you. Well, I've got a master override to recover, so I guess I'll be on my way. Until next time, Rost.
I really like that you can still see the scar on her neck from when the blade was placed at her throat. It's a nice touch to detail. It's a reminder. Helis is gonna see no mercy from us. Like, I am gonna be really disappointed if the game gives us the option to spare him, because it's like, out of all the people, he's the one who doesn't deserve any mercy. No second chances.
World's going wide.
What would Rost think of Aloy right now? She did find a purpose, a meaning. She's setting off to save the world. It's what she was created for. It's not exactly what Rost had in mind. He wanted us to find a purpose amongst the Nora, integrate ourselves with them. Aloy, on the other hand, as much as she probably likes this place, I mean, this is the place she was born. She's got bad memories here, but this is her home. As she put it, there are other tribes out there, other places, other cultures equally as beautiful as the Nora lands, and they're all in danger. So she's not just doing this for the Nora, she's doing it for everyone. I think Rost would still be proud of Aloy. Okay. The mountain that fell. Aloy journeys to the ruins of G.Prime in search of the Master Override, her only hope to defeat Hades. All the way out here. Where I went because I tried to get the vantage points before I realized, like, wait, this location seems a little unique. Aloy had some dialogue lines. Let's not be here just yet, because I think the game's gonna want to take me here. And yes, they did. Okay, but how do I get up there? It's a little dark. Okay, right here. You know, I'm really surprised that the Nora are willing to help Aloy out. Yeah, I am the anointed
The way
now.
to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted?
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
Right. At least Silence is telling us, giving us a little warning beforehand. That's more help than he's done in the past. He only tells us what he thinks we should know. Nothing more. Seems like he's being a little more helpful. Anyways, as I was trying to say, I'm surprised that Aloy managed to convince them to send Nora to Meridian. I know she's the anointed and all, but still, leaving the Sacred Lands?
Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
Stalkers? You mean those machines that go invisible? They're out in the open. Yeah, I see the flares right in front of me. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen a stalker perched on the cliffside like that. It looks like a spider waiting to pounce on its prey. Usually they have their invisibility cloak. Now they're just like, screw it, we ball. Anyone comes close to them, they're dead. So they don't care, I guess. Okay, the game's just telling me to go to the ruins of G.Prime. It's not telling me that I have to fight them. I wonder if I could just sneak my way around them. Hold on, let me put on my stealth outfit. Some might say this is the coward's way out. I'm saying it's a tactical maneuver. Why endanger yourself if you don't have to? Animals do that a lot in the wild. Even large predators, if they don't have to fight another predator, they won't. Because fighting another animal increases the chances of you getting injured, which means the chances get reduced for you to catch prey. So they avoid altercations if they don't have to. So it's actually smart what I'm doing, not cowardly.
Can't have you giving away the hunt.
Yeah, I'm avoiding all of that. Although considering it's been a week since I played, maybe I should be fighting them. Because I know for a fact I'm going to be rusty. And this would make for good practice. It would also embarrass me because I'm going to be making a fool out of myself.
Not this time, little one.
When I'm on the verge of dying thanks to 2 stalkers. Even though I fought bigger machines than them. I don't know, I feel like this is still the right choice to do right now. Okay, the game wants me to go that way. Okay, there's a path over here. I just really hope I didn't skip any data points. Oh right, we're going into the old world. That means there's surely going to be a lot of data points there with a lot of lore and information to digest. So I have to keep an eye on my compass. Of course, if I do miss any data points, you guys will always tell me. I appreciate
Do they
that.
think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
Okay, this is going to be a little more toughy, because now there's eyes on the sky, and there's actual larger machines patrolling. And knowing my luck, no matter how stealthily and sneaky I try to be, I always seem to get discovered, because at the end of the day, I'm not sneaky whatsoever. I'm a klutz. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I do have my stealth suit on. That is going to do a lot of work for me, keeping me hidden. And it seems to have paid off, because they're none the wiser. Yeah, the game just wants me to continue climbing, and that's what I'm going to do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm surprised I didn't get discovered. Usually with my luck, that's exactly what happens, and then instead of fighting like 1 or 2 machines, I have to fight like a whole group of them, because I alerted the whole location. Every machine within like a mile radius comes over to me. Seriously? I didn't practice! I'm rusty!
Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
Okay, you know what? I need the rope caster. It does wonders against this machine. It's too far. I can't reach it. What? Why can't I attach? Is it still too far?
Gonna bring you down!
Okay, hold on. It's been a while, so let's see. Oh, it's right here. I didn't find it. It's got blaze canisters and freeze canisters. Okay, no one saw that miss. On a non-moving target.
Down.
Okay, that's not where I wanted to stop. I can't see the canister! Oh, come on. Stop moving, please.
Just stay out of their way for now.
Oh.
Gotcha now!
Almost there.
That better has been the biggest guard you've got, Gaia.
Whew, did I really do that without getting hit a single time? I think Stormbirds are a bit easier to deal with than the Thunderjaws. To be fair, I don't think I've tried to tie down a Thunderjaw. It just seems like it's such a massive machine that I feel like the rope caster might not work, but I've never tried. Maybe if I actually did, it would make things a lot easier dealing with them as well. Guess next time if I have to fight one, I'll try. See, what did I have to worry about? No practice, no problem. I say now before I get my ass kicked. If the cult is already here, and they have like death machines, I think I'm not gonna fare so well. Ooh, that looks beautiful with the light shining through.
Gaia's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
What?
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised that he's been here before I have. This is a cool, very beautiful shot. Well, Silence is impatient. He just wants me to hurry along. So I'm guessing this was his work then, putting this pathway for me.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Of course! He doesn't help me if he feels like he doesn't have to. He only does it because he sees it as a necessity. That's it. Not out of the kindness of his heart. Why would it be? It's Silence we're talking about. No! We're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
You know, it's times like this I really wish I could fly. Had I known how frequently I was going to be falling to my death in this game, I would have put like a counter since the beginning to document all my falling deaths. I think it would probably be at 5, maybe 6 right now. I think there's some where I fell to my death that I just didn't. It didn't make it into the final cut in editing because I was too embarrassed, so I kind of just skimmed past it with jump cuts. But I think we'd be at 6 now. Okay, let's try this again.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
I hate that so much. I don't know why Aloy does that sometimes. Sometimes it feels like when she jumps to grab a hold onto the cliff, she does so with ease. Sometimes it looks like she's jumping, but she's not going to make it and she's just going to fall straight down, but she just manages to grab on, and it always makes my heart sink down to my stomach. I think I've said this before, but I am deathly afraid of heights. Even in a video game, my palms will still start sweating. My anxiety spikes. That's how much I hate heights, that even in a video game, it gets to me. Aloy, stop doing that. She even said, don't look down, don't look down. She's feeling it. Okay, just don't look down. We see what happens when we don't pay attention. So just focus on the hand holders and we'll be fine. You see? Oh, it looked like Aloy was going to fall backwards. This is a beautiful scenery. It's to die for, some might say. But I have to be my biggest fan, okay? If no one's gonna cheer or laugh for me, who's gonna?
Exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years.
And here's the door that wouldn't let you through, right? But I am Elisabet's clone.
For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Right?
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Okay, you say that, but the tone in your voice also kind of sounds like there might be some sort of resentment towards Aloy. Like, you're mad that she's capable of doing the stuff that you can't, despite the fact that you're older and you've been doing this for much longer. Here comes this Nora Savage who can just easily access these pathways. It just feels like he's a bit resentful, doesn't it? Why aren't you here? Let me guess, because your presence is not required. Therefore, you're not here.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary.
I knew it!
You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
I knew it! We've spent so much time with Silence that he's easy to read now. He's super vague and mysterious. We don't know much about him, because, I mean, he doesn't like to talk about himself or anything at all, really. Even when it comes to getting to know the information we really need for the mission, he still only gives us tidbits that I guess he feels is necessary. Everything else he holds on to. So we don't know everything about him, but we can at least know what he's going to say now, because it's Silence. He says the exact same thing every single time.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
That would be useful. Okay, it makes sense why the cult aren't here.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But Do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
Well, you know what the cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. And by the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years. And we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
It didn't even occur to me Hades cannot use that terraforming function of his because Gaia isn't here anymore. He's part of Gaia, therefore I guess needs her so that he can function at his 100%, but without her here, he has to look for other means. His purpose is still to wipe out all life on Earth. It's what he was created for. But now he has to unbury those Pharaoh machines one by one. Although they don't seem to have that like bioconversion function in them. It doesn't seem like they are trying to consume life. They're dangerous. They still have their weaponry on them. But I don't think they're trying to consume all life on Earth. So I don't know how Hades is exactly going to be using those Pharaoh machines to wipe out all life on Earth at the current functionality of those machines, because they don't seem to be at 100%. But yeah, he's looking for other methods because he can't use the terraforming thing. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that. I for some reason I thought he was still capable of doing such a thing, but no, it's not. So that's why I guess it's easier for us to deal with him. Because if he did have that functionality, I would assume he would have already used it. But he hasn't because he can't. So it's a little slower. Okay, I get it.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Thanks. I really love having the weight of the world on my shoulders. Oh! You're right here. Are you gonna be waiting for me? I'm surprised you didn't just vanish. Seems a little weird seeing your hologram just standing there. Okay. I will be back. Although I don't know why. You can see everything through my focus anyways.
Confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
All right. Gotta explore first. And we found a data point. Gaia Prime arrival log.
Logging arrivals. Shen Margot.
Welcome to Frozen Hell. Population 10.
11 counting Gaia.
Don't count your chicken embryos before they're incubated, hon. She's still firing up. Be a while before you eat that omelet.
I'm vegan, Travis. You think we'd worked in the same secret base long enough for you to notice?
We weren't scheduled to shack up here for another 3 weeks. You realize I just lost 350 kilos of pre-code smut comics in transit.
What?
Wait, actual physical media? Why didn't you have it digitized?
Can't beat the feel of physical media on your fingers. And in here, we ain't gonna be touching a whole lot else. Figured I was gonna pass the time archiving them. What about you?
Me? Work, I guess. My task queue stretches out for like 3 years. There's a lot of sharp edges to round off. After that, I hadn't really thought about it.
Oh, you will. You're what, 30? Reckon you'll be the one turning the lights off at the end. Food for thought, huh, vegan?
This sucks forever.
Nah, not forever. Just the rest of your life.
Okay, that was a lot. Okay, first of all, I shouldn't be surprised that Travis brought smut comics. We did hear what he was talking about in the other place. Where were we? I don't even remember the name of the location of the old world. But he was talking about that, wasn't he? like you're gonna be spending the rest of your life indoors. Apparently, they're not going to be using each other for entertainment, so I guess he's got the comics. Secondly, I love that Margot wasn't even like shocked by the fact that he said he was bringing smut comics and then he lost them. It was the fact that they were physical media and not digital. That's what was a cause for concern for her. It's like, wow, you couldn't even just store them digitally or anything like that. But Travis is right. There's nothing like the feel of having the physical media on your hands. It's a difference, you know. Reading a book with the actual pages, that booky smell is different than reading it through a tablet. Although everything is now starting to be digital, even PlayStation, they're removing physical discs. I think it has something to do with AI. AI just takes everything from us, doesn't it? And thirdly, it sounded like they were spending the rest of their time here. I thought they were supposed to go to Elysium. Wasn't that the whole point? It was a reward for doing a job well done with Project Zero Dawn, that you were going to go spend the rest of your days at Elysium. But they're making it sound like they're trapped here because Travis, with his southern twang and the slang that he loves to use, he was saying that she was the one who's going to be turning off the lights. I'm guessing figuratively speaking, because she's the youngest, so everyone else is going to die before her. So she's the only one who's going to be left, and she's going to be the one shutting the lights down. Because it doesn't suck forever, it sucks for the rest of her life. So they were trapped here or something. Because I could have sworn Elysium was where they were supposed to go. Did I miss something? Travis reminds me of Matthew McConaughey. That's who I was trying to say last time. The all right guy. Southern people.
Mind your footing.
Was it because I fell to my death and now he's extra cautious? Because if I die, this whole plan goes away and the whole world gets doomed. Yeah, Southern people tend to be hospitable, from what I've heard. I've never visited the South. Some of them are still stuck in their old ways, though, so that's... But Travis seems like a nice guy. Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard the rumble in the background, but my controller was vibrating. And now my palms are sweating because I feel like we're gonna fall or something. And we've already done that once. There's a room over there with a zip line. Okay, let's just go down here first. Mind your step, Aloy. And of course, she loves rappelling that way. One of these days, she's gonna swing that hook and it's not gonna latch onto anything and she's just gonna fall to her death, all because she wanted to style on the haters. There is hand holders over there. Let me go check that out first. Plus, there's that room with the zip line. Yeah, if I miss any data points, please let me know so I can come back here and find them. I'm going to obviously try to explore as much as I can, but sometimes I tunnel vision as well. A power cell.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
It's just hammering more and more that we're at the end game now. We got that armor, late game armor to use. How do I climb up there? It doesn't seem like I can. Like, the hand holder is way too high for Aloy, and I don't see any other way to shimmy myself over there. Or am I crazy? There's another opening over there. Okay, I'm going to assume the game is going to take me here later. If not, I guess I'll just come back and see if I can find the way up there. I don't want to spend too much time over here. Okay.
Guess that's my way across.
Aloy's also sketched out about this. This definitely looks very unstable, doesn't it?
Don't think, Aloy. Just do it.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh my god. Silence, shut up. Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. I was gonna say, the game didn't show me if I was supposed to hold on to anything.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
He didn't say yes. I mean, he didn't say no, but he also didn't say yes. If it was a yes, he would have just said yes. But because it wasn't a yes, he was trying to figure out how to word this. Look, it's sturdy, it's stable, nothing's gonna happen. The rumbling we felt earlier was nothing. Gaia blew herself up, and this thing is still here. It didn't disintegrate into dust or anything. That should show you how sturdy this thing was built, okay? It was built to withstand nukes, I bet. We are fine.
Glad that's over.
At least Aloy's also scared or nervous at this as well. Whoa, okay. This game is really gorgeous.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Yeah, I could not live in a place like this. I like modern aesthetics. Like, I think some of it is called contemporary. I like that, but this is too industrial for my tastes. Log, Margot Shen.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. But the last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders and lottery winners and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at G.Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific, and none of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself, to a quiet planet, a barren sphere. Just Gaia and her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Jeez. That was such a descriptive and very profound dream of hers. Or a nightmare. Perspective. So sad. Are the other people who were not invited to Elysium actually staying in underground bunkers of sorts, hoping to wait out the storm, even though that was never going to happen? I know if I was trapped here, I would be having so many existential thoughts, mental breakdowns. Think writing it down or talking into a voice recorder would help alleviate some of my anxiety. I think like a lot of people, it's normal to be afraid of death. We don't know what's on the other side, if anything at all. Is it just a void? Get reincarnated? We don't know. And we don't want to find out. At least most of us don't. And having your own mortality stare at you in the face every single day, knowing that you're the only ones left here, that's gotta suck. Damn, I'd be having so many nightmares. Charles Ronson.
Evacuation happened so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Peridiceidae zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's locks are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given a chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
This is all so damn sad. So, Tom Peck, I remember him. He's the one who wanted to punch Ted Farrow, was he not? I was like, go for it. I would too, given the opportunity. He's also the one who said that he wanted to take the euthanasia option, but not until he completed Zero Dawn. He wanted to work on the project, and then he was going to take his exit, because he did not want to be living like this, enclosed, with just nothing but metal. He was like an outdoorsman, I think he said. So yeah, it'd be a nightmare for him. But this guy here, instead of being with Tom Peck at the end, decided to try to save some birds, and he couldn't even accomplish that, so he didn't get to be with Tom, didn't get to save the birds. Now he's stuck here with people he doesn't even like. I'm sure if he tried, he could get along with everyone else. Yeah, Tate might be a handful for him. I'm sure... I don't know. I guess some people are just not that social. Maybe with all the time for self-reflection, he could have come to terms that he helped save humanity. Maybe that's enough for him to have peaceful sleeps. And he doesn't have to worry too much about it.
Elisabet's room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elisabet's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
I guess we have to focus at the task at hand because we can't do anything about this just yet. It says Gaia Journals, Dr. Elisabet Sobeck, solid state storage devices. Cursory scan indicates severe data corruption from impact and exposure damage. Wait, so Elisabet was here with the others then. They said there was like 10 in total, 11 if you count Gaia. So Elisabet was here. Oh, remember like at the very beginning when we were still like baby Aloy and we delved into the first ruins? We found all those corpses at the very end. They took the peaceful exit as well. They celebrated New Year's. One person decided to go out with a bang in the literal sense because he said something about wanting to go out with an exclamation mark at the end of his story, not a period. He wanted to make a statement. I guess he did. But everyone else was given pills. And then they went to sleep and never woke up. And we found their corpses there. I think there was also a data point, something about opening the door. So if somebody wanted to take their chances out there and not die inside the bunker, they were welcome to do so. But it was going to be open for like a limited amount of time. It makes sense now. They were all trapped. The end was nigh. Only the chosen few managed to live out peacefully at Elysium. Everyone else did not get that luxury. So, does that mean we're gonna find their corpses here too? Oh, I don't know if I would be ready for that, because compared to everyone else, we know these people. We've seen them, we've heard them. It'd be surreal seeing their bodies, their skeletal remains. Oh, especially Elisabet's. Okay, well, gotta press forward. I really hope I'm not skipping any more data points.
What is this?
It looks like a memorial. There's a bunch of digital flowers. Like, I don't think it would be a shrine, would it? I don't think it's like a tombstone. Well, what is a memorial? It's to commemorate someone after they're gone. Oh, unless like Margot is the one who put this here, considering she's the last one remaining. Maybe she put something to remember Elisabet for.
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for.
Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elisabet, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So, happy trails, Liz. And see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elisabet Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of almost made me teary-eyed. I felt like I was on the verge. So, Elisabet is not here. She sacrificed herself to close the hatch from the outside so that this place would not be discovered by the swarm and be destroyed. Jeez. I don't even know what to say right now. Let's just talk to Silence.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
I mean, she was intellectually gifted. That much is certain. I forgot at what age, but didn't she like get like a bachelor's degree or something at like her teenage years? And then she had the courage to do what the others could not. She took it upon herself. She took the initiative, and that's the thing. Everyone else was like debating on what to do. Maybe figuring out if they're going to have to pick out straws and see who got the shortest stick and decide that way. And she just decided to do it on her own. Yeah, I mean, she's a better person than a lot of other people.
You think she was better because she was smart, because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself for others, for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
What? Maybe we can go visit her? Well, that's assuming she even made it. I guess, being Elisabet, she'd find a way. Gaia certainly seemed to think so. Hey, can we discover where her home is and see if she made it? Pay our tributes to her? I know we're supposed to be Elisabet's clone, but I don't think that necessarily means you're exactly 100% like the other person. At the end of the day, Aloy is still her own woman. She had her own different childhood experiences compared to Elisabet, and those are your developmental years, and that shapes you into the person that you will eventually become. So even though we possess Elisabet's DNA, it's like we're still two separate people. And yet there's still like similarities between the two. Maybe some behavioral things are locked into your genes. Some of it is nature, some of it is nurture. There's a debate between that, like what shapes you as a person. I think it's a bit of both. There are studies on psychopaths that they were like that as children, and it wasn't because of a bad childhood necessarily. It just seems that's the way they were born. Some people don't think that's possible. I don't know. But it seems like it's a bit of both in my opinion. Charles Ronson, gene locked for Elisabet? This feels a little like intrusive, doesn't it? This is supposed to be for Elisabet, and here I am going to be listening to it. It's like I said, yeah, we have Elisabet's DNA, but I'm still my own separate person. It's Aloy, not Elisabet. It just feels like we shouldn't be digging into this, but I'm very nosy, so we're gonna be doing it.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything, but they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much, with an intensity that was dazzling, bruising, and in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg, I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elisabet Sobek. There's only one. I miss you.
Yeah, about that. Well, no, it's like I said, yes, we are a clone of Elisabet, so it'd be very, very uncanny to see a younger Elisabet walking around. But Aloy is Aloy. We might share some personality traits with Elisabet, but I think Aloy is still her own person. It's like twins. I don't think there's a 100% DNA match twin for twin. I think it's like 99.99 or something. I don't think it's exactly 100%, but even if that were the case, you can still have two identical twins grow up the exact same way, and their tastes are different. They have different preferences in movies and music and TV shows, in romantic partners, even though they're twins, because at the end of the day, we all have our own minds and our own identities. So I don't think it'd be that weird to see a clone of Elisabet walk around, because they'll act like a different person. We could just chalk it up to her being like Elisabet's daughter, essentially. That's how they treat what's his name? Is it John from DC Comics with Superman? And Superboy was supposed to be a clone of Superman. And then I think part of Lex, it gets a little weird. I don't know how the story goes, but they treat John as sometimes being the son of Superman, because it's like a younger mini-me version of him. And even though they're clones, he's still his own person with his own identity. So they could just treat Aloy like Elisabet's daughter. I don't think it'd be super weird. Travis Tate, gene locked for Elisabet.
Look, Liz, you're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
She did. I don't think this is weird either. I think it's kind of sweet. Rest in peace, Ted Farrow.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
How does he know about this? Huh? Did someone tell him what Elisabet did? And I don't know how to feel about that. Pharaoh, what? I mean, I guess it was somewhat sincere. It also sounded a little like envy. Like you got to play the hero, the martyr, everything. It's like kind of like what he wished he was, doesn't it? It sounded a little like jealousy. Or am I just overthinking it because it's Pharaoh? I don't know. I guess I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was heartfelt. But how does he know about this? Okay, we gotta move on.